You don't even pay for water, actually. Just go down to your local pond, scoop a bit out. If you can afford it, you probably want to boil the water first, and then you can drink it.
Why don't you just, I don't know, get it from a public fountain or something? That's probably a bit cleaner.
I don't know if the fountain or the pool is worse.
Oh, well, now we're going to a pool, not a pond. I wouldn't recommend drinking pool water. Pond water, maybe you'll be fine with.
I mean, chlorine is it's known to boost vitality. I've read that once on a blog, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, because people, if you go deep enough down the conspiracy hole and all the natural, no, what am I thinking of? The natural medicine? Yeah, you go down the natural medicine hole, you'll find some weird stuff like using bleach to cure stuff and that
is not natural. You can catch me chewing on a fucking eucalyptus leaf before I'm going to be drinking.
I would not... That's actually really bad for you. Do not eat a eucalyptus leaf.
No, but I'm very sure that it's better for you than drinking bleach.
Well, it's not like toilet bleach or anything like that. It's like it's not actually called bleach. It is still a bleach, though. And you'll find videos of people... they'll mix them with water. They'll, like, really dilute it. And then, like, they will look at how they start shitting out what they think are worms. What it actually is like their intestine lining. And they think they're cleaning up their body, but they're actually killing themselves.
I got like 10 worms in me. They keep multiplying. It's like the whole worm. It's like when a cell divides into two, except that it happens with the whole worm. And I just got to keep getting rid of them.
Well, at some point you'll stop shitting out the worms, but you might also be dead at that point. But that's a scary rabbit hole to fall down. Oh yeah, I usually stick at the surface level of the people like mocking them. I don't usually dig down the hole down myself because otherwise, that's just a depressing path to go down. Really.
I mean, it is, and like, I trust myself enough not to get sucked in, but like, as soon as you find someone that has like half of an argument that actually makes sense, you kind of get into that mindset. You're like, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
No, I don't feel like that at all.
Well, you clearly haven't been deep enough into the rabbit hole.
That is fair. I have not been deep enough into the rabbit hole.
If you use the rabbit hole analogy, it's like you start going down and then you get to a point where it just becomes vertical and then you slip and then you're fucked. There's no other way around it.
I'll keep that in mind. Speaking of crazy conspiracy theories, have you heard what David Icke has been putting out recently?
No, but I do love my man David.
He's one of the proponents pushing the 5G caused the bad thing we can't talk about.
So it caused... I've heard a couple of different things about how 5G and quadruple X
4X flu.
Yeah, 4X flu, how they interact together.
Yeah. Like there's a map of the UK which is of the rollout of the 5G locations and also where like the biggest number of infections are. They also happen to also line up with the biggest population centres, but whatever, we'll just ignore that fact.
I love the one, it's like, the disease, it rides on the back of the 5G radio waves.
Wait, what? I haven't heard this one. I need more of an explanation here.
Okay, so essentially, like, so it's not that 5G caused it.
Right.
But 5G is increasing the infectivity of it because the disease gets onto the 5G wave as it's being transmitted and essentially surfs it onto someone's phone, and then because they're touching their phone, then they touch their face, and then it gets into them. That's how it works.
That is actually the greatest one I've ever heard.
I love it. It's so dumb that it's actually good.
Most of the ones I've been hearing are like, oh, 5G will like break down your cells and things like that. But no, I haven't heard surfing viruses. That's a new one for me.
I mean, there's also the one that I don't know, I'm saying disease instead of virus.
Whatever.
I don't know if it actually makes a difference.
I'm not a doctor.
So there's this other one that the virus isn't actually the thing that's deadly. That's just, it gets into you, and it isn't until you're exposed to the 5G rays that it becomes activated and you start to get symptoms.
Oh, Lord.